Howdy my friends, welcome to another set of Gran Turismo 6 seasonal events. This is your host Sky Hurricane. I hope you're having a super awesome blessed day, and this is my first time recording any of these seasonal events since I have quote unquote upgraded my computer, and I'm having a lot of difficulties with that, but I'm not going to ramble on about that for the time being. Let's just get to these events here. I have no idea what's in store for me, for us. Now we got a race car drift trial. Where's it going to be? These all expire on the 24th of January. In this drift trial event, you'll be competing with race cars. You'll want to set your car up with stronger stabilizers at both the front and rear because the drifts will be at high speed. Keeping downforce low at the rear of the car will make kicking the tail out easier. The best spot to shine on this track is through section 2, where you'll want to maintain your drift as long as possible. That said, don't forget to separate your drifts when necessary. Okay. So we'll win quite a bit of money, and we'll win the S2000 GTI Turbo, which I actually don't have, so that's cool. You only have to get 4,500. That doesn't seem too bad. Then again, I've been wrong before. Alright, well, I'll just get a car and we'll see. Wow. Wow, I cannot believe that actually. 5808. Jeez. I'm satisfied with that. It took me a little while to get the hang of it because I kept trying to take the corners too quickly, but I'm only at 8 minutes recording, so not bad. I'm surprised by that. Good job, Viper. Good job. I hardly ever beat the gold by that much. But yeah, we won all that good stuff there. You can see Fuji, Mount Fuji in the background there, the volcano. Oh yeah. So how would we do compared to our friends there? Not too good. Oh, I suck at drifting though. Alright, so I'll show you my car settings in just a moment. What I did, but see what everybody else used. 787B, look at you, the Gene. Hoodcat, you use the Monster Sport. I've seen people use that a lot in the past. Oh, that's like a rally car, though, ain't it? SLS AMG, you say that a lot. X people use the RX-7 touring car. That's the only ones that have done this. All of y'all got the gold, though. What did the top person use? Just wasting time. Delta Wing. Oh yeah, I've seen that thing used a lot. And of course the SLS AMG. Alright, of course driving options. For drifting I always use automatic. Just, you know, that way I can focus more on my drift instead of focus on shifting. Now experts, if you're really an expert drifter, you may use manual. I don't know, but me, I suck at drifting. But anyway, for extra stability, so that the car wouldn't spin completely out, I did put Comfort Hard on the front. I like doing that. It seems to actually really help stabilize. But with these Comfort tires, still pretty good to drift. And I didn't actually do anything to the suspension. When I'm racing, I do like to mess with the suspension, but for drifting, I'm not good at it, so didn't mess with the transmission either. The drivetrain, I did change that slightly. That's usually what I do, you know, just for racing anyway. And for power, it didn't really do anything. I didn't add anything to this. Wasn't really necessary. I mean, I figured the car was already powerful enough, and I minimized the downforce. Now, I probably could have raised the front downforce and left the rear minimal. That might have made it to where it would drift better. But I'm okay with the score I got, so let's watch the replay and we'll move on to the next thing. We'll see our car, of course, that we won. Get all this stuff on here. But yeah, the key thing on this one is don't try to take the corners too fast. I kept trying to do it like I was racing, but you don't want to do that. You don't want to late brake at all in this. You want to, because you're not going to go fast anyway when you're drifting. I mean, like, I feel like I did pretty good there. I mean, for me, you know, I feel like it went all right. And definitely, this corner is just like the previous one. I'll take it real slow. I definitely could have got more points there, but you know, I'm satisfied. Now this one, yeah, I definitely could have done better here by far. Although I got a pretty good exit. I mean, I pretty much drifted all the way through there, but if I could have maintained the drift. And then this is just like the first corner, you will slow down a lot. And wow, I almost got the go just from that second sector. That's crazy. Almost just from second sector alone. That's insane. But it's done. So let's move on. Let's see our car. I always like my new car. Alright, what we get? Oh yeah. A Muse S2000. It's a pretty beautiful car. Ooh, comes in many colors. What color to go for? I don't know if I'll ever really use this because I'm sure it has tons of downforce, and well, downforce really slows you down, so I can go with the lime green. Heck, it has a decked out S2000. The headlights aren't even the same at all. So, like, what did Muse do? Did it start with a regular S2000 and just completely change some of the body parts, you know, to look different? I mean, what did it do? Is the car structurally fairly similar? I have no idea. Four-wheel drive, non-racing cars drift trial. Oh, high-speed ring. Oh, man, the first track that I ever played on in a Gran Turismo series. The demo disc for PlayStation 1 for Gran Turismo 1. Actually, it might have been Club and Stage Route 5 because I had 2 demo discs. I forgot which one I got first. Actually, I think Special Stage Route 5 was not Special Stage, but Club and Stage Route 5. Anyway, I'm rambling. This drift trial takes place on a high-speed ring reverse using only four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, non-racing cars. I cannot talk today. Four-wheel drive cars are extremely stable, which means that drivetrain tuning and settings are mandatory for drifting. One major point in tuning is the distribution of drive force. If you install a center differential and set the drive force stronger on the rear tires, the car can be made to oversteer with throttle application so that it will be easier to drift. Use a car that I hadn't really used much. We'll win the Sky. I actually think I have that Skyline in the Burgering, so I'll probably put that. But another fluorescence color. Ooh, Gina would like that color. Alright, we've got to get a lot of points on this too. 6,500, jeez. Alright, let's see what we do. Wow, this car drifts. Jeez. I can't believe this. This car is like amazing. I think I found the right setting for it. Oh god. Oh well, I screwed that up really good. Jeez. I can't believe that. I want to try it again. And I'm still, well, I'm at 27 minutes because it took a while to tune this, to mess with this car. And pick out the car, of course. There we go. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's what I was wanting to do. Uh-huh. Come on, baby. Freaking sun messes you up there, though. Well, I don't think I'm doing as good as last time. Nah, I didn't get as good. Alright, well. I didn't hit any walls, but I didn't do as well, so. I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with the AU245. Pretty good. Pretty good drift settings on this car. I don't know how good it'll be for racing, but I may try that out in the future. So, wow, yeah. 28 minutes recording. That's not bad. Okay. You know, and it took a while just to pick a car out and whatnot. Okay, here's my driving options. Just comfort hard on front and rear. I'm going to go ahead and change this back to manual because I'll be doing racing next, or super laps. The super laps, sometimes they're more annoying. And, well, before we do my settings. Oh, wow, actually, fourth. Hood cat, he got 11,000, which I'm not surprised at that. When I did that drift open lobby, man, he was killing it. Got Bravado up there, though. Let's see what everybody used. The Audi R8. Hey, who used? X people used the same car I did. Look at that. This car is actually pretty good at drifting. I haven't had much luck with it on racing, though. The Shimmer wagon. For some reason, I didn't know that was four-wheel drive. I thought it was rear-engine, rear-wheel drive. Cool. What did the top person use? I'm wasting a lot of time. RS6 Avant. Wow, that was a popular one. Air-Trek turbo. Osama in his Ram. For some reason I thought he's in. It may have kicked him off or something. I don't know. Car settings. Yeah, comfort hard tires. Here's my suspension. I like there. I don't know how good of a suspension that would be for racing. I'd have to practice with it. Transmission. Drivetrain. And since I was drifting, I had this low. Now, if I was racing, I might have it a little higher for extra, you know, better acceleration. More traction. Here's my tuning. And like I said, I had pretty big ballast on the front because of how unstable the car was. But with that, it would actually just continue sliding around the corner. Not completely lose control, though. Alright, so let's watch the replay and then we'll move on and see our car that we got. Oh, normal view, exterior. There we go. Yeah, and if I could have kept it sliding the whole time, I would have got even better. Actually, I don't think this is my best score replay. I think this is the one I just did, which was not 82.45. Yeah, I messed up there because the sun. Couldn't hardly see. Yeah, I definitely could have done better on this section, on this attempt. But I will show that attempt in the video. You'll actually see where I got the 82.45. A lot of that in between I may cut. I think I pushed the emergency brake a little bit too hard. Yeah, definitely could have done better, but hey, still good. Alright. That was fun. So let's see our Skyline we won. Alright, Skylines are beautiful. I do already have this car though, for sure. Let's get the blue. An 02 Skyline. That's a good car though, it really is. Alright, so let's see what we're up against next. Oh boy, these super laps. Oh my good lord, 700 pp. Yeah, and they block out the, oh, I see what they do. They block out the 2J by making it 1980 or later. I see what you're doing. In this time trial event, you'll be competing with race cars from 1980 and on with 700 pp or less. The Automarine has many tight corners and requires constant hard accelerating and braking. So choose a well-balanced, stable car. A newer model may be preferable, but remember, they may not possess the power of some of the older models. For good lap times, dial in plenty of downforce, making sure to keep the front and rear balance of the car intact. For cars with lots of low-end torque, set your gear ratios on the taller side to reduce the number of gear shifts. Oh, dare I try the freaking Toyota Minota. Oh, they let you do racing soft. Oh, man. Racing soft. I'm not good with it. I do need to practice with that Minota, but I don't want to practice with racing soft tires, so I'm just going to use something else. Yay, I got it. And, well, even with that, I'm only at 39 minutes recording. But I don't want to practice that anymore to try to get a better time. And, yes, I used the way too good and probably shouldn't have used Chaparral Vision Gran Turismo. But, you know, I really don't care. There was really only one spot where I kept screwing up. When Honda NSX, which I think I already have, actually. And I already have one of those in the, what you call it, stockyard. So it'll be two out in the stockyard. But yeah, I do know this track like the back of my hand. But even so, there was one area where I kept messing up, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. So yeah, not too bad. I mean, I didn't really even push the car very much. Well, second out of all those. But then again, I probably used the cheapest car So, show you what I had here. Of course, this, you don't have to worry about gears with this thing because it's like an electric thing, whatever. No ASM, no TCS. I guess. Where is TCS? I don't even see TCS for this. I guess it's not even a thing. Anyway, I didn't have it. But this car was very stable anyway. And it only took me a few attempts. I only got past the one part I kept messing up. I only got that attempt you just saw was the only attempt that I ever did. But you can't really do anything to this since it's fishing Gran Turismo. I mean, I'll show you what I did do, which was I had to limit the power. I mean, this barely could get down to 700. Just barely. And it added ballast. And I didn't put it on the front or rear or anything because it was pretty well balanced. Didn't really want to spin out or anything. So that was really all there was to say about that. And the online rankings. I wasn't the only one who used this, I see. And I didn't even look at this. Seriously, I had no idea what everyone else used. But good job, Agung, and that Mazda. I say Vision Gran Turismo is what led the way. Only two did not use it, Hoodcat and Emerson. Dang, a 116 though. Of course, that Audi R8, that's really not. That's impressive though, Hoodcat, getting that with the Monster Sport. So what did everybody else use? I guarantee you, man, the car I picked, I knew this car was good. I just wanted to get this quickly over with. Yep, I knew it. That was the car. That was the car to use. Wow, and apparently you could change the color of it. I did not know that. Yeah. Well, I don't feel so bad using this now. Alright, so I'll show you the replay. I do not feel so bad using this. That's a cool looking car. Yeah, I handled it really good. I just did a lot of letting off the throttle, you know, and if I felt like I was going to go out. And I know this track so well, that's probably the only reason that I got second on that. This was the part I kept messing up. This little part here. Because you cannot get off the road at all. And this attempt here you're seeing is the only time I ever got past that. I mean, I probably only spent like 3 or 4 minutes before I finally got past it. Pretty easy. And this car is very easy peasy to control, very fast. Now, kudos to those who did not have to use this car. Or the Mazda LM55, so Hoodcat, that's impressive. Very impressive. Alright, and that is that. So let's check out our car we won. I think there's, yeah, nothing else to show. Okay. Alright, already in this X, which I'm pretty sure I already have. Although I really don't know what I have in my stockyard, I can't remember, but I think I did already have one of these. At any rate, I definitely have the Takata NSX, so no need to have 2 of them. No, I'm fine with that. Alright, so our last thing. Let's do it. And geez, I'm already almost max credits. Non-Racecar Super Lab. What? This is the thing. In this time trial event, you'll be competing with non-race cars with 450 pp or less. Because the Gran Turismo arena is full of repeating tight corners, we suggest you choose a compact car. That said, you can tackle these corners in a larger car by sliding the rear end out using the emergency brake. If you decide on this path, go with four-wheel drive or front-wheel drive car because they are less likely to spin. In addition to the unique track layout, the tires are limited to comfort hard, so make sure you tune your car accordingly. Limited to Comfort Hard. Ooh. Oh, and the Sylvia K's 90. I actually don't have that one. Dia selection. Okay. Alright, we'll figure something out. Okay, I did it. Kind of makes me feel bad because during I had many failed laps which were below 35 seconds, which were like 34.7 and stuff. But I don't care. I will accept that. And we did it with the Daihatsu story of all things. And geez, with that, I'm pretty much about maxed on credits again. So, wow. The kart track. Thought about using a kart. I never used those though. Alright, so it kind of sucks because I got much better times that were failed laps. But dang. Now, what did everybody else use before we show the settings there? Oh, Suzuki GSX-Rs. Oh. Hey, considering we were in Astoria, I'd say we did pretty good. At least you chose something different, X-People. And Hood Cat. Alright. I'm sure the Suzuki GSX-R was the most chosen car. Yep, of course. What a surprise. Alright, so driving options here. I thought the Astoria was a decent choice because, had all-wheel drive and it's pretty small. And it turned out to be a pretty good choice for this. Of course, it could never compare to Suzuki GSX-R. Unless it were a dirt road, then maybe it could. But yeah. And suspension there. Have the toe like that for more maneuverability. And pretty much kept it in first, second gear the whole race. Mainly first gear. The main thing you want to do is keep it on the inside. You don't want to swing out wide, because you lose a lot of time if you do that. There's my power. And added some ballast because, well, this thing's already so lightweight. Anyway, so I did have it tuned for 500 pp, but I took a lot of those stuff off there. So let's see the replay, and then wow, this whole session only took me an hour and 1 minute so far. A little Daihatsu Astoria or Sirion, same thing. But yeah, you want to keep it on the inside. You don't want to swing out wide like it did there, but it really didn't matter since that was the pre-lap. Yeah, keep it on the inside. Went a little wider there. That's probably why I did so much better on some of my other failed laps. Because I didn't go so wide. I went wide there too. Then again, if you go over the apex too much, it'll fail you for that. Trust me. Yay, we did it. And that is that. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to show. So let's check out our Sylvia that we won. Oh yeah. I like this S13 Sylvia style, and it's pretty cool. Granted, I don't really need another one of these. Quesadilla selection. I don't think I have a Sylvia Q's. I'm pretty sure the Sylvia Q's is in this game. Yeah, all golds. So let's check out our car that we won. Our cars. Let's see here what we got. Let's see, filter by... Need to have this shoot. Hold on a minute. Okay, so let's sort by date acquired. Okay, well obviously the Honda Fit was the first car. There were no Clio. I hadn't even really used that since the beginning of the project. Yeah, but let's do it. Yeah, there we are. Ooh, wow, that S2000 has almost 600 performance points. Jeez. I guess I'll keep that. But I know I do already have that Skyline. And I have an NSX as well. And I also have a Sylvia like that one, so. But it's an 88 model. So let me see here. So I'll show you what I got. So yeah, Nissan. So yeah, we have this Skyline, Nürburgring 2002. Yeah, say I already had that car. So let's move this to Stockyard. And then I got the Sylvia K's 88. And the Sylvia K's 90. So. Okay, and then for Honda, the Arta NSX. Yeah, and I have the Takata Dome, but that one's tuned up a little bit. But they're pretty much the same. Well, this is a 06 and this is a 2000. But I'm going to go ahead and move this. Because frankly, I'm just out of room. Just out of room. So many cars. What was the last thing? That last thing, the Honda S2000 will probably keep. Yeah, the Muse S2000. Alright, so thank you all very much for watching. This has been Sky Hurricane for another seasonal events session of Gran Turismo 6. Hope you all have a super awesome, blessed day. And as always, my friends, stay awesome. We'll look at our car there that we won. It's pretty cool. Goodbye, y'all.